All right, so let's take a break from earnings calls for a minute.
Yeah.
Because there's some big news in biotech
Definitely.
that we got to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Gilead Sciences,
Mm-hmm.
the company behind HIV treatments like Biktarvy,
Right.
just bought a ton of Assembly Biosciences stock,
Okay.
like $20 million worth.
Yeah. That's him.
And this isn't just like some random stock buy.
Oh, no. This is a strategic move.
Right.
This deepens their ties with Assembly Bio in a big way.
Especially on top of,
Especially on top of their existing partnership that they already have going.
Exactly. So $20 million,
Mm-hmm.
existing partners.
Yeah.
What's the big picture here?
Well, I definitely think it's strategic.
Okay.
This move tells us a lot about where Gilead sees the future of antiviral treatments.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's break this down.
Okay.
First things first.
All right.
What is this money going towards? What's Assembly Bio working on that caught Gilead's eye?
Assembly is developing some really exciting new antiviral drugs.
Okay.
They're targeting everything from herpes viruses to hepatitis B and D.
Interesting.
And this investment from Gilead is going to fuel that research.
Okay, so Gilead's playing the long game.
Exactly.
Investing in the future of antiviral therapy.
Exactly. And to really understand the impact, we need to take a look at Assembly Bio's current drug pipeline.
All right, let's dive into that pipeline.
Okay.
What are some of the key drug candidates that Gilead's investment is going to support?
So one of the most promising candidates is ABI 5366.
Yeah. Okay.
And that one is designed to tackle herpes viruses.
Herpes viruses.
Assembly Bio expects to release some key data from their clinical trials in the first half of 2025.
Okay, so mark your calendars for 2025.
Yes.
Got it.
What else? So then there's ABI 6250.
Okay.
This is an oral drug that aims to block the entry of the hepatitis D virus.
Hepatitis D.
And Gilead actually restructured their agreement with Assembly Bio to speed up the development of this particular drug, showing just how much they're prioritizing it.
Interesting. So it's full speed ahead on the hepatitis D front.
Yeah.
Anything else in the pipeline worth mentioning?
So while those two are kind of the front runners, Assembly Bio also has ABI 1179 and ABI 4334 under development.
Okay.
We don't have as many details on those yet, but the fact that none of these drugs are approved anywhere yet really highlights the risk, but also the potential upside.
Right. High risk, high reward.
Exactly.
That's biotech in a nutshell.
Yeah, biotech in a nutshell.
But this investment isn't just about the science.
Yeah.
It's also a business move.
Absolutely. This move gives Assembly Bio a significant cash infusion, which extends their runway to mid-2026.
So that buys them time.
It buys them very valuable time to advance their research.
And what about Gilead? What's their strategic angle here?
So Gilead.
Why are they so interested in Assembly Bio's work?
Gilead is already a major player in the HIV space, and their expertise in antiviral therapies is undeniable.
They practically wrote the book on HIV treatment.
Yeah, they've been in the game for decades. And now it looks like they're looking to expand their reach.
Interesting.
Herpes viruses, hepatitis B and D. These are serious conditions affecting millions worldwide. And that represents a major market opportunity.
So Gilead's thinking big picture.
Exactly.
They're trying to become a leader in antiviral treatments across the board.
Exactly. It's about more than just adding another drug to their portfolio. It's about establishing themselves as a dominant force in the fight against viral diseases. It's not just about expansion, though. This investment also suggests that Gilead is thinking defensively.
Defensively, what do you mean?
Well, think about it. The pharmaceutical market is incredibly competitive. Patents on existing drugs expire. New players are constantly emerging. Gilead's core HIV business could face challenges down the road.
So this investment in Assembly Bio is a way to hedge their bets.
Exactly.
Stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. It's like a chess move, anticipating future threats and positioning themselves strategically. But let's not forget about the risks.
Of course.
Involved here.
What are some of the things that could go wrong with this?
Well, First and foremost,
So,
Assembly Bio's drugs are still in clinical trials.
right.
There's no guarantee that they'll prove to be both safe and effective.
Right.
Drug development is a notoriously long and expensive process.
Yeah.
And many promising candidates fail to make it to market.
It's a high-stakes gamble.
It is.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Years of research on the line.
Absolutely.
And even if the drugs do succeed,
right?
they'll face stiff competition.
Oh, yeah.
The antiviral market is getting crowded.
Yes.
Other companies are developing new treatments as well.
All the time.
So Assembly Bio will need to prove that their drugs have an edge.
They do.
Something that sets them apart from the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, amidst all this talk of like risk and strategy, there's also this fascinating human element to this story.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me more.
So we've been, analyzing this deal from a purely business perspective. But at the end of the day, if these new antiviral therapies are successful, it's the patients who will benefit the most.
Of course.
Millions of people around the world are living with chronic viral infections.
Right.
These drugs have the potential to transform their lives.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up
It is.
in the financial details.
Yeah.
We shouldn't lose sight of the real human impact of this research.
Absolutely. And speaking of getting caught up in the financial details, I know you love a good speculative scenario.
I do. I'm always up for a little what if thinking.
What if this partnership is just the beginning?
Okay.
What if Gilead eventually decides to acquire Assembly Biosciences outright?
A full-blown acquisition.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction.
It is.
But Gilead has a history of making bold moves.
They do.
Like, remember their acquisition of Kite Pharma?
Oh, yeah. A few years back.
That was huge.
That was a major play in the cell therapy space. And it paid off big time for Gilead.
So you're thinking that Gilead could see Assembly Bio as a similar opportunity?
Exactly.
Buy them out?
Yeah.
Integrate their technology and pipeline? And just become the leader in antiviral therapies?
The undisputed leader in antiviral therapies, that's right.
Wow.
And while it's still early days,
Sure.
there are a few reasons why this scenario might not be so far-fetched.
But I'm listening.
Okay.
Why might Gilead be tempted to go all in on Assembly Bio?
So first, they're already deeply invested. This $20 million stock purchase isn't just a financial transaction. It's a sign of confidence in Assembly Bio's potential.
It's like they're getting a closer look under the hood.
Exactly.
Seeing how things are running.
Yeah.
And deciding if they want to take the wheel.
That's a great way to put it.
And second, if Assembly Bio's clinical trials deliver positive results, their valuation could skyrocket.
Oh, absolutely.
Acquiring them early.
Yes.
Before they become even more expensive. Could be a smart strategic move.
It could be a very smart strategic move.
So from a financial perspective, it could be a savvy play.
Yeah.
Buy low, sell high?
Right? Well, more like buy low, integrate, and dominate the market.
Right.
But of course, this is all speculation. We're in the realm of this is not financial advice territory.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
We're just exploring possibilities here.
Just exploring possibilities.
But it is fun to think about.
Yeah, it is fun to think about.
Imagine the headlines. Gilead makes a power play, acquires Assembly Bio, in blockbuster deal.
It would definitely shake things up in the biotech world.
Okay, let's play this out.
Okay.
If someone was convinced that this acquisition is going to happen, what kind of trade would they make?
Okay.
I'm talking like speculative, outrageous, but plausible trade.
If you were feeling truly adventurous,
right,
you could buy a long-dated call option on Assembly Bio's stock.
Okay, hold on a second.
Sure.
Let's break that down for our listeners who might not be familiar with options trading.
Right.
What exactly is a call option?
A call option gives you the right, but not the obligation, to buy a stock at a specific price within a certain time frame.
Okay.
So if you think a stock is going to go up, buying a call option lets you leverage that potential upside.
So in this case, if Gilead does acquire Assembly Bio, and their stock price jumps, this call option would become very valuable.
Very valuable, that's right.
But it's also a high-risk move.
It is.
Because if the acquisition doesn't happen,
right,
or if Assembly Bio stock price goes down for some other reason, you could lose your entire investment.
You could lose your entire investment.
Options trading is not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart.
It's a speculative game with a lot of potential downsides.
A lot of potential downsides.
Okay, so there you have it. Our outrageous, but plausible trade idea.
Oh, yeah.
betting on a Gilead takeover of Assembly Bio.
That's right.
By buying a long-dated call option on their stock.
Yep.
But remember, folks, this is purely hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
We're just having some fun exploring possibilities.
Yeah, exploring the possibilities.
This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Do your own research, understand the risks involved, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Never.
Always sound advice.
Always sound advice.
Okay, so we've analyzed the investment,
yep,
explored the strategic implications, and even dipped our toes in the speculative waters of options trading.
We did.
But before we wrap things up,
I
want to shift gears for a moment and talk about something that often gets overlooked in these discussions. The potential downsides for Assembly Bio.
That's a great point. It's easy to get swept up.
It is.
In the excitement of a big investment deal.
Yeah.
But it's important to consider the potential downsides as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's take off the rose-colored glasses for a minute. And look at the potential challenges that Assembly Bio might face as a result of this partnership. I mean, sure, this investment gives Assembly Bio a much-needed financial boost and a powerful partner.
For sure.
But with Gilead's increased ownership comes increased influence.
Absolutely.
So while this partnership could catapult them to success, it could also mean compromising on their vision or direction.
It's a classic trade-off, financial security and expertise in exchange for a certain degree of autonomy.
Exactly.
It'll be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out.
Will they be able to maintain their own identity?
Yeah.
Or will they become more integrated into the Gilead machine?
Right.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
And that brings us to another interesting question.
Okay.
We've talked about what this deal means for Gilead.
Right.
We've talked about what this deal means for Assembly Bio. But how might this partnership impact the overall landscape of antiviral research?
That's a great question.
I mean, this isn't just about two companies.
Oh, it's not.
This could ripple through the entire biotech industry.
This is bigger than them.
Right.
Think about it. You have a pharmaceutical giant like Gilead.
Right.
Doubling down on antiviral research. That sends a powerful signal to other companies, to investors, to researchers.
It's like they're saying, hey, this is where the action is.
Exactly.
This is the future of medicine. And that could lead to a surge in investment and innovation in the field.
Yeah.
We might see a wave of new startups, new partnerships, maybe even more mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah, sure.
As companies try to position themselves in this evolving market.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's going to be fascinating to watch in the coming years.
Absolutely.
This whole conversation's got me thinking.
Yeah.
We've focused a lot on the science.
Yeah.
The business. But there's another dimension to this story.
Okay.
That we haven't really touched on.
What's that?
The ethical considerations.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about potentially groundbreaking treatments for serious diseases.
Yeah.
But who gets access to these treatments? How are they going to be priced?
Right.
What about the potential for unforeseen side effects?
These are all important questions.
Yeah.
And they really highlight the fact that scientific progress doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Right.
There are always social. Yeah.
Economic and ethical implications to consider.
Exactly. Yeah. And as these new antiviral therapies get closer to becoming a reality, it's crucial that we have open and honest conversations about these complex issues.
I agree.
It's not enough to just develop new drugs.
Right.
We need to ensure that they are accessible, affordable, and used responsibly.
Well said.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
A deep dive into the Gilead Assembly Bio deal.
That's right.
We've explored the science, the business strategy, the speculative scenarios. We even touched on the ethical considerations.
It's a complex story.
It is.
With a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And it's sure to have a significant impact on the future of antiviral research.
And as always, it's a reminder that the world of biotech is constantly evolving. It's full of surprises, challenges, and opportunities.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes it so fascinating to follow.
It is.
So to our listeners,
stay curious.
Stay curious.
Keep learning.
Keep learning.
And as always, do your own research.
Do your research.
This is Talk Tickers, signing off.
Thanks for listening, everybody.